Litter. That. Just let me well, I get myself situated or organized. Please let us know about G-Syndicate.
You can find the fellas G-Syndicate6.com. You can find us here on YouTube at G-Syndicate6, Facebook, X, Twitter. It's here on YouTube at G-Syndicate6, Facebook. Who you get in there? Who you get in there? Who you get in there? Here on YouTube at G-Syndicate6, Facebook. They gave me a little bit of a loop there. How to mute it. All right. Yeah. What was I saying? Facebook, YouTube, X, which is Twitter. Twitter is X. SoundCloud, all them at G-Syndicate6. Just type it in. But then there's also G-Syndicate6 over on Instagram. We got to spell out the 6 over there, though. And yeah, you can find us there. Shout out to guys, Kiamal, Vaden, Mark, Brett, Hugh. We're doing another charity performance on the weekend. And say hi or something like that, you know?
Yep. So check out G-Syndicate, people. Good bunch of fellas. Man, song sweet, ain't? Sweet. I'm singing sweet and everything. So check out G-Syndicate. And then, of course, we have the King's Gathering Part 3. Derek, let's let everybody know about that as well.
We do. The King's Gathering is coming up. Not this Sunday, but the next Sunday. That's International Men's Day. And we want to celebrate a big thing. We want to make sure that you want out, get some knowledge, come on out. And, you know, the information quality presenters heard from Kerry today. He's all excited and ready to go. He's going to be doing the presentation on fitness and nutrition for the Barbadian man. We have Timothy Marshall, saving and investment for the Barbadian man. We have Nikita Vaughn, Sarah Law. She's going to be talking about divorce, maintenance, child support, all them things that you need to know for the Barbadian man. Of course, we have Sips, Pips, and Kings, presented by Dr. Kevin Kelman. It's going to be an awesome show. We're starting at 6 in the evening. And we're going to have a panel discussion after all those presentations, open panel discussion for men to be able to come and talk, say what's on their mind and stuff like that. We invite you all to be a part of it. We want to see you there. Come on out, suited and booted, dressed to impress, as we like to say, and represent for International Men's Day. Tamtar Culinary Creations will be in the house. They will be providing some light fare for us so they don't get here a lot. In the building number 2 in the Harbor Road. So shout out Bigger Avery and the crew at Tamtar Culinary Creations. They do meal prep and all that kind of stuff. They're giving us some fantastic vegan refreshments last time around. And I expect you get more of that at this 3rd edition of the King's Gathering. So come on out, share the information with a friend, your brother, your sister. So not, hey, you can bring a sister too. Brother, nephew, uncle, cousin, anybody in your life that you think needs to get this information, please do share it with them. And let us come out, have a good time, some networking, a good quality good quality evening for men in the space.
Yeah, so check out King's Gathering Part 3. We're looking to do big things. International Men's Day. They all come out as Derek says, suited and booted, fitted and looking your absolute best. So check it out. Anyhow, we already sent a podcast. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit notification bell so you don't miss anything. And we already got Aston in the crank. We got Dr. Carey in the crank. And yeah, tonight we're doing some more fun, some mission. Just Derek trying to clear his phone. You know, it's the wireless phone in Barbados. So over to you, my brother, while I start to queue up stuff and get stuff in the right order.
Yeah, man, queue it up. This is episode 246. 246, another file submission night. And we definitely want to have you guys, you know, see what's out there, because people still seem to think, Neil, that we come here, we pushing some kind of misogynist agenda, or, you know, it's just for us to come and bash women and all kind of thing. No, it's not about that. We're here to present the other side so that people can see that, you know, well, so that men can see that you are not crazy. Your own experience is not invalidated. And you are not, you know, imagining the things that are happening to you. They're happening to other men around you as well. And you are not crazy for thinking that, hey, maybe something is wrong here, right? So that's why we come to share this information with you guys to ensure that, you are aware. You're not pushing an agenda of hate. We're not trying to get you to dislike women or hate women or anything like that. It's not about that. It is to make you more aware so you have a better understanding of how things operate, and so you do not feel that we are existing in a vacuum and that these things do not happen here in Barbados, because they very much do. It's just that we, can't talk about them, the Barbadian versions of them, because it's still 166 square miles, and our lawyer has told us that we cannot put in people's business for Front Street. So we present the stuff which is already presented to you, and we bring it so that you can have a laugh with us at some of the crazy stuff that happens, and you can also realize, yeah, boy, get wild out there in the streets.
Yep, hard out here for a pimp.
Yeah, for a pimp. Yeah, man, indeed it is for a pimp and a pimp. So yeah, hit the like button on your way in. That's the cost of admission. Let's see, we what there? I'll make it up. Stay there. See, we got a few people in, a couple people, and the others, they can catch up and join in as we go along. I want to kind of fill in a little time here and send in this stuff to you in the meantime and in between time. So let me just get everything queued up here for you. I'll send these to you right now, then come back and we can get into the show, right? Just making sure we got everything, folks, queued up and ready to go. So when we start the flow, we just flow. And the flow want to give the men a little sponsorship, feel free to hook us up in that regard.
You're not above a shameless plug.
Yeah, we are not. So let me know when you're ready, and we get the first one on screen, and we can go down the road, flagging me down the road.
All right, we get to go. We can take a.
We are good to go. All right, so the first one, screenshot. This is how we do it. We do the pre-show, then we got the main event, right? We got the undercard, then we got the headline acts, right? So we got a screenshot here from Hotep Silas. And he says, he's responding to somebody. This woman tweeted, a woman being broke is not the same as a man being broke. And my guy responds and says, show me the difference between $0 and $0. See Steve in the house, big up Steve. Now, while that is a very funny and accurate response, he is right, though. She is right. A woman being broke is not the same as a man being broke.
It really is not.
Right? We need to be mindful of the fact that when we are broke, we are most definitely indeed broke. Nobody is trying to take in your dusty ass on your couch, right? So we need to be mindful of the fact and make sure we got some money in our pocket. Because, let me put it this way, I got a partner of mine, his dad was passing. And he left. He knew his time was, getting short. So he left some money with his son, right? And he told his son, yeah, this money is for you, take care of my funeral, and you got some money, you can take care of your son, and etc. Your daughter, well. So he asked, so my sister, the man said, listen, if you're going to give your sister any of the money I'm giving you right now, let me go and drink it out. A woman will always get food, right? Especially you, like our OnlyFans. Meg Thee Stallion is not selling albums, but she's going to OnlyFans to sell stuff.
Stuff and things.
They don't need men, right? They don't need men, but you go to OnlyFans, and guess who's going to pay for your stuff on OnlyFans? Men, right? So a woman being broke is very different from a man.
It's facts. I agree. I don't have anything else to add there. Trust me, if I am broke, I am broke. And nobody is looking at my broke ass, but I could tell you if a woman is broke, ass is not right.
There's ways for her to get money.
But not only that too, Derek, but please let's understand that in our society, and rightly so, right? Like women are seen as the fairer sex, they're seen as as the ones that need to be protected. I don't agree with them being protected any more so or any different than a man, but anyhow, but a society will look at a woman that is homeless or has problems. I mean, we see it all the time, right? Every now and then you see it pop up. A woman unemployed or whatever with her children looking for work. There would be
Yes.
that's front page news, right? A man in that same position, he'd be lucky if he make paper at all. So, I mean, I think women would be all right. And I do agree. Men being broke, because men are always seen as you can get up and go and do something. Women, they have to be, they're seen as more vulnerable than anything, which is hilarious to me when we are talking about equality, how men and women should be afforded the same opportunities of success, but not opportunities of outcome. You know, let me know.
It's patriarchy, man. We get the patriarchy.
Yeah, let's
There's
not
not
get.
benefit. Anyhow, see my
Let's
man
get-
Mac Brown here, Lee Eddie Crank as well. Good to see you guys coming out, filtering on in. Let me get the next one. Because this is another doozy. If a man leaves you after you've cheated, he clearly wasn't a real man. Real men would work through it and help you become a better woman. They accept you with all your flaws.
Good. So I thought it was gonna take me a while to warm up and get triggered, but it just it. The second clip, the second thing. You know how you feel about the real man talk?
Yeah,
No, you cover the real man.
man.
That's the shaming language, right? And you know, I always say people use the shaming language to help to justify or mitigate their inadequacy or their mediocrity, right? If a man leaves after you've cheated, he clearly wasn't a real man. Well, you know, as always, if you flip the pronouns in this and you know the proper nouns and you say, well, you know, if
I hate the same way.
no, I don't hit the same way because men cheating is hit different than women cheating. So in either case though, gentlemen, please understand that if a woman cheats on you and you leave, it doesn't make you less of a man. Straight and plain. We are not ogres. We are not silent bastions of emotion and feeling. Be to feel. I had a conversation with a person at work. The person was telling me, you know, men don't feel it like women. When they get done or horn or heartbreak, whatever. Men don't feel it like women. And it was a very
as inaccurate as it gets.
Exactly, because we eat snot just like anybody else. Facts. In fact, the statistics show the self-deletion rates.
I'm saying
abuse rates in terms of like, you know, voices and stuff like that. You know, like we all these, you know, horn is a horn unless you take it on. You know, I was saying back in the 80s they had a lock at Gramots on because we wasn't taking horns and heartbreak so easily. So, yeah, don't be shamed if you take a heartbreak, if you take a horn. You know what I mean? You just take that L, tell the lady politely leave me alone, and you move on. If, again, gentlemen, if the woman say you're not a real man, say I am whatever you say I am. Look at their lyrics for Eminem. And you are whatever you say were. You know what? Because at the end of the day, you are a real man. Your feelings are valid, and your masculinity is sound. Don't let nobody shame you into taking a horn. Because that's essentially what it is. Shame it to take a horn. Oh, so you can't take a horn. That's how you get raised. To not take a horn. No. To take a horn, if you want to remove your resources and your covering of protection, then so be it. That is all right. Game is game.
Give is give.
I know you like that one. I know you like that one.
They got life on scars, man. Give is give. Give. Yo, give is give. Shout out life on scars. Let me get you next one, Neil.
Right, next one on screen.
Because this is actually the show. Because people seem to think that we've come to, you know. Anyhow, this one was wild. After 16 years of marriage, is finding out that your spouse sucks 100+ dicks before getting hitched a big deal, or is my wife just overreacting? Get slow, right? See, Charge in the house. Good night, Charge. After 16 years of marriage, is finding out that your spouse sucked 100+ dicks before getting hitched a big deal, or is my wife just overreacting?
Well, that could be taken two different ways. But that could be taken that, you know, the lady, the wife did a lot of sucking, and the man get vexed, and she was like, "Oh, you know, you overreacting," and she started to get on, and then, you know, or the husband is the one that was, I think either way, if the woman, let's dissect it from the fact that the woman was the one, the wife was the one. You know, at the end of the day, that is information you should have known before you got married. If you are married and you indeed found out that your woman did suck 100 plus, and you married her, then you would have to know that that's the decision you made. If you found out after the fact, yeah, you should have done a better job of finding out, because 100 dates saying one. So you should have done a better job of doing your due diligence and vetting the person. Now, if it was you as the man that was sucking the 100 plus, then we got a different issue altogether. Yeah, you got it.
If you put that way hard life, you know.
Oh no.
Own it, man. That's a formulaic. I just thought to put out there. You know,
hey, that has nothing to do with it.
Kobe was right, you know. You know, there's a gift for Kobe. You know? Let me send it to you so you can put it on screen for the peeps. Kobe seems to know what he was talking about. So I don't want it for it to be said that, you know, we're casting aspersions. So I'll send it to you, and if you can get it on screen for the peeps, that'd be great. But yeah, Graves, I see Graves in the house. Good night, Graves. Good to see you, my brother. Graves says, you know, one is definitely too much for sure.
If you're talking in context of the mind,
man, if that is what you are about, that is what you're about. It's 2023, man. Because you both do your thing. You know what I mean? It ain't for me to judge you, but do not double dip. Do not mix and match. if that's what you like, that's what you like. Keep it over there, but do not take it back. Your wife, right? Because that's why you're right, right?
You get Kobe on screen here. Hold on a minute.
I put Kobe on screen there. You know, Kobe was right. Let's leave it at that, right? Let me know when you're ready for the next one, right?
Kobe. All right, I can let Kobe pass. Get ready for the next one.
Give me the next one on screen, right?
Yeah,
another screenshot. This one's status from Facebook or something like that. It says, just because y'all dated for 7 years don't mean he gonna marry you, sis. My cousin studied medicine for 6 years. Now he a DJ. Yeah?
I mean,
it don't always work out.
And you know, we rarely give advice to women on this channel, but this is a good learning curve. And you know, certainly there are a few men that go through this too, but it's more women that's be holding on waiting for the man to propose. If your man has been with you, y'all been together for 7 years, and every time the conversation of marriage come out, the man ducking, dodging, diving like he in a
yes,
like he a dodgeball, right? In a Adam Sandler in a Ben Stiller movie, right? If this man is dodging the question of marriage, and y'all have been dating for 7 years, the man has not made a move to say, let us get married, then I got news for you. It's best that you be a common law wife, right? Because that ring ain't coming. You know what I'm saying? I could tell you what, and this free game is game. If a man is looking to marry a woman, he ain't gotta wait 7 years to figure it out. I just saying. If he heads to hedging at year 7, like, should I? No. The man done make it, he might work going on there.
If it's still waiting on I'm 7 years.
Or that now go happen. That will never happen. You will never live to see that happen.
Parts of life.
Yeah? Let me get the next one here.
All right, let's get the next one here.
Yeah. So, this is the Senate podcast episode 246, 245? 246. Yeah, hit the like button on the way in as it costs admission, right? Ninjas want thick girlfriends but can't afford to feed them. And a whole set of laughing emojis. My guy Emmanuel responds, he says, just say you're hungry and stop tweeting nonsense.
Parts of life. Parts of life. Yeah, because we want you thick don't mean that we don't want a man that's muscular. But when they're looking to getting man gym membership, they're looking to feed he needed. So is what it is, man.
This next one, next one, Daniel. Lads, a wanted boyfriend season is approaching. She's just bored and cold. It won't last. She'll just rob your hoodies. Focus. Focus on yourself. That is hilarious.
That's there to say, man. We approach that time of the year.
It is getting a little chilly. The air is changing. So fellas, be mindful. And years past, we would have done a live stream going into Christmas, but after so many episodes, 246, if you have not grasped what we were telling you by now, as Miss Rupert Rapper say, if you don't know it by now, you will never know it. Cuffing season, yes. Getting a little cold. Don't get scammed out of a dinette set and a living room suite, gentlemen. We get the next thing, right?
All right, y'all screen.
So the question was asked, when did you realize your supposed friend actually hated you? And this lady responds, during our threesome, her boyfriend dancing in me, not her, she blocked me. Ladies and gents, we have said divers of times on this channel, please leave out the threesomes and the gangbangs. I want to say without it. Now, in the interest of fairness, when we were young, we needed a threesome would always sound, I suppose,
appealing,
intriguing, right? Yeah. It sounds intriguing. It's something, we don't for that. But we have seen so much evidence that this threesome thing does not work out in your best interest. Please leave it alone. Yeah, we talked about this last week. I think we did a live stream where the man writing to Babsy, complaining that he partner turned his wife inside out, tenderized his stomach, and then he was all set. He couldn't even participate in the threesome. He has to left home and all that thing. 26 hours he has to do.
Yeah, that excuse yourself.
Yeah. Fellas, don't do it. Do not do it. Ladies, don't do it. Because now this man, she go on the threesome, she boyfriend, don't she friend guts, and she can't process it.
Left out the threesome action. You want to ski.
Yeah, man, it's a hole is a hole as far as my concern, man. It's even who's who. So if people leave out the threesome thing, I know it sounds intriguing, I know it sounds exciting, I know we want something spicy in our lives. Don't do it. All it takes is problems. Yeah.
Problems always.
Problems always. Give me the next one there, Neil.
Right on screen.
Yeah. I told my wife, let's play a game. If she can't find the money I left for her, she can have it. It's going on for days.
You know what, Skipper? As you're bad. How dare you? How dare you marry a funky woman and then want to shame her on social media? That is your bad. How dare you? You're wrong. You're wrong. You foul, son.
Don't do it.
You foul, brother. You foul, brother.
That is most definitely out of bounds. Most definitely out of bounds. What is this thing about shaming our partners?
Hey, it's foreign.
What is this? Bringing all of our business to social media to come out with partner. You know what I mean?
All people can look at that and see is like, oh, well, their wife just funky. I don't understand.
And guess what? If you got a musty woman, you know what I mean? You got a musty in this too.
You indulged in the musty.
Yeah. You go out with mustiness. So if you were nasty, you nasty. So I don't see the purpose of coming here to out the woman, out yourself. Anyhow. Give me the next one, Danny. This one's from Be Smooth.
Screen.
Nice channel on YouTube. A lot of y'all don't want a good man. Y'all want a trick or a simp. Y'all want a yes man. A man whose only purpose is to serve you and not himself or goals. Y'all couldn't handle a real good man. Y'all can't handle a man correcting you or calling you out on your BS and habits and holding you accountable. Y'all want a sponsor. A real man is going to lead and not be led. A real man isn't going to allow you to have those same habits you have been having. A real man is going to stand up for himself and know his worth. A lot of y'all definitions of a good man is a man that y'all can't control. Yeah,
I mean,
and this
a lot of things.
Lady,
sounds like a lot of things we've said on this show. We've said it I'm not asking saying the whole word. That's fine. Before I carry on, I want to tell my Kevin Hunt. I don't know if he's watching, but happy birthday to you, Kevin. Today is your birthday. I hope you enjoy it. Maybe you might, yeah, you might hear it. You might hear it in a replay or anything. But anyhow, on to this one. You know, we've said it. It's like often we've said it on this show that women want a sponsor. You know, it's funny when women, we would have heard some women say that women want the mother, they want a woman to take care of them. And I ain't mother, I ain't cheerleader, and this and that next, and picking up and cleaning behind you and this and that next. But when you hear stuff like this, it sounds like women want their father or want a father, in that they want somebody to treat them like a princess, take care of them, right? And in some cases, we've heard women say, some women say, oh yeah, my father used to do this for me, so you know have to take over what my father did. And it's just interesting how the shaming language is twisted and it is forgotten when it comes to certain genders and sexes. But be that as it may, we've said this all the time, right? A relationship is about work. It is about both people bringing 100%, both people working with flaws and looking to improve you. Do not be with anyone, man or woman, that does not bring out the best in you. Those that want to see you be a better person, right? Anybody that's coming around you, man, gentlemen, coming around you saying, oh, you got to cater to me, you got to pay my bills, you got to do that. That's why you see, how is she making you better? Always ask yourself, and you know, Derek said, be the best version of you for you. And in that, what is a woman doing to make you better? Yeah, she got a fat ass. Nice to look at. Yeah, the got 3,000. But what is she doing to improve your life?
After that.
Exactly. What is she doing to make you a better person? Not what she's doing for you. Because things like cooking and cleaning don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Yes, it would be nice to have somebody to help out in those situations or even do those things for you every now and then. But what is she doing to make you a better man? Is she seeing your vision and goal for your life and helping you with your purpose? Is she taking certain things off of your plate so you can focus on your purpose? Is she taking or giving you reasons to improve other parts of your life to focus, to help you be more prepared for your purpose? Or is she just a barnacle, as Derek does always say? Is she a blight on your life? Is she's just always like hand out, and you she ATM? Always remember, gentlemen, that anybody around you, and it's funny because we see these memes all the time. You're only as good as the weakest person in your circle. You're only as you know, if you doves is fly with doves. We say all the time, big up chocolate menage. Doves is fly with doves. Apple tree don't bear pear. We saw all these analogies, these funny sayings, but it really means that associate yourself with people that only want to make you better and can make you better.
Pause. Go to the next slide. Wait, my screen, let me read it for you, and then you can finish. All right?
All right, get it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How do you have 20 friends to go drinking with, but not want to do business with? Change your circle. Carry on, my brother.
And that's the point, right? We're talking about that, and that's friends. So how your woman ain't making you no better? You watching all these guru channels on how to improve and be a better man, work out, get your money up, all of this and that. But you got a woman that is not making you any better. She does nothing for you but nag you, always got your hand out for a bill payment or to get your hair done or anything like that. All she good for is spending your money and throwing you a little ass when you're ready or when she ready. But no, gentlemen, I want people to understand that the same way your friend circle is the same sort of, you know, get 20 people you could do business with, get 20 people that can make you better. I know there was one exercise I was done. My therapist told me to write a list of, I think it was 10 people I'm grateful for that make me a better person, you know, that I have in my life that without them, I would not be a better man. If you write down 10 people on your list and you woman in the top 2, you need to adjust your circle. You need to adjust who you live with that night. And we're not talking about, you know, again, we would like men to do this even in casual relations with women. But we understand how it goes. Is get where you can fit in, quite literally. But please understand that, you know, what you consume, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, is what you become. If you associate with duds, you will become a dud. If you associate with somebody that nags you and pulls on your spirit and only wants to spend your hard-earned money or drag your energy and drag emasculate you, and that is what you will become, a frustrated, emasculated, broke person. The same. Don't waste the time with them barnacles.
You're preaching tonight, right? But what I'll say is this, and I'll add a couple things to that. Fellas, you gotta be mindful of this whole flaws and all approach, right? And you talked about it. The slide before that, we had a man who was hiding money from his wife on deodorant, right? Clearly, he ain't doing nothing to improve she in that regard, right? So relationships gotta work both ways, right? You give, you get. Fellas, anytime you go, and I say all the time, pig cannot go into business, the ham and egg business with a chicken. Because the pig will have to give up his life to keep this business running. And if you find that you as a man have to be the person giving up your life, doing all the compromising, meeting, I can't call it meeting halfway if it's boy making all the effort. But if you're the body, you're gonna be extending yourself all the time. And the next person approaching you with the whole flaws and all business, then a place for you to be. Yeah. And if some people are unwilling, and I know it's not just to say people, men and women, if some people are unwilling to compromise or make some kind of adjustment, right, that is in the interest of you all going forward together and improving together, then a place for you to be there. If, as Neil said, if it's just a case where it's like, yeah, this whole is and I'm doing that more. Well, you know it is. Remember on Tuesday, what the mantra was? One of the hardest things you have to do, leave a woman that you love and care for. Yeah, that's one of the hardest things you will have to do in life. I see OTP tours in the crowds, good to see you. Yeah, that's the hardest things you have to do. And a lot of times, the women, scrap that. We are in relationships as men and women with partners in whom we have invested, who we like bad, but then we realize, it ain't worth it. Just ain't worth it. But that's been heavy enough for the night. We might probably get heavy again, but let me keep it light. Give me next one there, so right. This one, Rusha Reed, to get her part 3, and it reads: "When he nut in your mouth, do you swallow?" Snap Attack says, "I blew it in the air like Triple H." Person says, "Snap Attack, log off." Right. So Neil, I hope people can get that reference, that Triple H reference, for those of you who don't watch.
Everybody's coming and do all that.
Yeah, Triple H.
Yeah, the X, but
I hope you always get the Triple H reference, right?
That's wild.
In 2023, anything can happen, guys, and this guy has found a very creative way to figure out if he's really dating a woman or not. So give me number 12, Neil, and it reads: "Man caught spiking his female dates' drinks with Viagra to make sure they don't get boners, because you never know anymore these days."
Yeah, gentlemen, do not do that. Do not do that. Do not spike anybody's drink.
Please don't. Just can't do it. As serious as that is, that's against the law.
Right. And that is just what it is in 2023. If you engage a young lady and you realize that this person is attractive or whatever, but you're unsure if they're a man or a woman, leave it out. And certainly, even if you don't ever think about it, they look as feminine as they could possibly be. I would say, get the.
But I'll say this to your point, Neil. If you look at somebody and you are unsure if you're a man or a woman, and you find them attractive, I think you might need to do a little bit of soul searching. Just say,
hey, man. That's not for us to say, but just certainly have that. Different stroke for different stroke. But if you what I would say, when in doubt, left it out. That's facts. That's a facts, man. But in 2023, get the engagement, the relationship, or the courting stage, or whatever, to the point where you can do a spot check. Right? I certainly won't wish this on any man. I've never experienced anything like this. But I would say that if you decide to go in head first, if you know what I mean. Without doing a spot check, then
Whoever you butt up on down there.
wherever your butt up on, you got upset. Just hope they ain't bigger than yours. Anyhow, let me let me move on there.
Don't forget when they lived in Florida. I was talking to this guy. I found out he had a girlfriend. I found her Insta, messaged her. We met up, took a selfie and posted it to mess with it. He screenshotted the selfie and posted it on his Insta. I said, both my girls looking good for real.
I see Mark using Dwight Howard as a verb. Don't get Dwight Howard. But yeah, that man is the larger mob. You don't feel you could outplay a man. They got some men that don't see. I ain't gonna lie, they got some men that would see that start to beatbox. But my man is the larger mob there. The man said, well, I outside and I horny. So my girl's looking real good.
They own that.
Mm-hmm.
They own that. Let's get this kid right on. Let's crack on.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one. I love this one. Men deserve soft love. Men deserve words of affirmation. Men deserve pampering. Men deserve just because of nothing gift. Men deserve warm hugs. Men deserve thoughtful letters. Men deserve beautiful surprises. Don't be with him if you think he doesn't deserve this.
I mean, yeah, that is fact. Please let us understand, especially women, it is not effeminate to want to be taken care of, right? Obviously, because we are men and women, being taken care of will look different. Especially, well, it can look different from the genders, but then it will obviously look different from individuals. But certainly, men want a stress-free life. So, what does that look like? Be pampering. It could be massages. It could be meals cooked, making sure certain things are in place. But when I hear and see people talk about how one day want a man to cater to them, and they do very little to nothing, or like we have Valentine's Day, birthdays, etc., Christmas or whatever, and men getting socks and ties, whereas the man out in yeah, you know, out in money to buy a pound or a bracelet, right? It makes me wonder what people really think relationships are about. Like, we understand people don't really respect and appreciate men to that degree, or understand that men are human as well and have almost the same needs and desires as other people. But it shows that there is a lack of understanding with what relationships are. If you love somebody, you would do for them. Simple and plain. Whether it's a man, woman, you got a dog, whether you got a pet bird, it don't matter. If you love someone or something, you will take care of that person or thing. So anytime you got to quantify what you can do for a man, or ain't he mother, or he ain't he maid, or he on a maid's in here, you really love that person? You really about that person? Because a man don't think. People that are in love, or people that love other people, they don't think. When they do
keep
things.
Score.
They don't keep score. As you keep in score, you one up. You say, well, I washed the dishes last week, or I gave the last week, or I buy. No. As it go, and men, this applies to you too. Because if you go keep score, I buy shit dinner, so I deserve ass. You do things for people because you love them. If you're doing it because you're looking for a reciprocation, or you're looking for a transaction, or you're looking for something, maybe you have to look at how you feel about that person, what you in business with that, well, not business, what you in a relationship with that person.
In business.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate assessment. Maybe that's one day, so they put it on screen here, because we always talk about, you know, what do you bring to the table, especially financially, right? And this is why we say men do not care about women's money. And this graphic explains it perfectly. So my guy says, I made 80K. And she says, I made 40K. She says, baby, we are 120K household. I love you. Bottom part, on the flip side, she makes 80K, he makes 40K. She asks, why are you always broke? I don't care if you're paying all the bills. You should never ask for any of my money. You ain't a real man. No, I hadn't planned to do this one, but since it has popped up, in this regard, Neil. I'm sending you this next one right now so we can jump this in and we can come back, right? Because this is why men don't really care about the whole money thing, because clearly women are not readily bringing their money to the situation, right? You as a man, you are expected to provide, man. And Neil touched on it. The very first thing we did, I think it's the very first screenshot we talked about tonight. I think it was. Let me just check back and see. Where you called me when he was talking about the fear of sex and women being taken care of and stuff like that. We're supposed to do that, right? Yes. It should make a difference between $0 and $0. We're supposed to do that. We as men understand that that's part of our job, right? So we get that we're supposed to provide and all that stuff. So when a woman say, yeah, you got my money, we know that we don't have access to that. So don't really stress us. Let's hear what Tyler Perry had to say about this very thing, Neil. Put that on screen for the people and let's come back to it.
In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you've handled the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in because that means, no, I need somebody they need to make 5 times more and I got to have, go on, keep your list, baby.
I mean, I don't disagree with him.
Yeah, but I want this man to understand that at the end of the day, money is important. And we gotta make some. We can't get wrong, right?
Yeah,
we gotta make some. Especially when it comes to securing yourself, securing your family, your future, your family, and stuff like that. You can't get wrong. You need to have some kind of money. Shoot, women want money. And I don't want to say that that's all women want. That's all I'm saying. What I'm saying is money helps to secure certain things. Nobody don't want to be in a hole and struggling, wondering where your next head coming from and that kind of thing, right? And money is vitally important, right? So again, Neil, because the brain taking over. I got another one to say. We can show this here right now before we continue with show again, Neil. So send it to you right now. Money is vitally important. And if you doubt this, we're going to show you this very next clip, tying everything together. The kind of way to get all this stuff out of my phone. We're going to show you this next clip. And it shows you how divorce and earning are correlated.
What's the next clip? Oh, you send it?
They coming to you.
It coming? All right, ain't get here.
Coming on the slow train. This is episode 246 fan submission. Now hit the like button, the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to ensure this is getting all the notifications. We have 583 subscribers. If we could get up to 600 by year end, we would be greatly appreciative. Pick up all the people in the crank. Since my money is our money, her money is her money. That's generally how it goes. So don't worry about it. But this next clip, me, if you got there, you're ready.
Yeah.
Check it out. Check this next clip.
Let's get it.
Leaving men that are making money. The divorce rates substantially decline once a man's income reaches about $200,000 a year. So what does that mean that the divorces are initiated by women, but divorces substantially decline as the man gets wealthier? Man makes more money, divorces go down. If you look at the cheating rates for women, it's about 25%, up to about 30%. But as the income rates go up, something really interesting happens. The cheating rate for women declines, and the cheating rate for men goes up. So what do women really value, right? So women are not leaving wealthy men because divorce rates drop when men are wealthy. Women are not leaving wealthy men. But wealthy men statistically cheat 3 times more than poor men. So what do women really value?
Oh dear. That's not how you math. But yeah. In the end, you know, while I agree with everything that Derek is saying, make sure that you're with somebody because they are good for you and they can take care of you and you can take care of them. Money obviously is important. You can't carry love in at Massy. You cannot carry money in at floor. But by the same token, do not, ladies, free game now. Do not hold out on hope that the man must make more money than you, especially if you got you're part of less than 5%.
Hope is not a strategy,
right? And then gentlemen, just because you have a woman that makes more than you should not aspire or endeavor to earn more money, because at the end of the day, shoot, if you with a woman that making more than you and she understands that your money is her money and her money is your money, everybody money is everybody money, what is better than some money? More money. So up your money.
I see Dr. Tracy here saying none of those women have anything to say. Because what can they say?
Well, it's facts. It's facts of life. Just like Trudy and them.
Right. Anyhow, you're getting that, Neil.
All right,
Number 16, and it reads, no more free dick, man. I need help with my bills too. So I guess everybody into, legalized or not so legalized, informal copulation for legal tender. Let's call it that. Right?
Yeah, that sounds diplomatic.
Yeah, copulation for legal tender. Now, in exchange for legal tender. Now, this next one, for those of you in our cohort, which is most of you under the sound of my voice, this next one is going to sting. So, gentlemen, brace. This lady, she tweets, flirting with old men born in 1995, 1996, 1997, 1998. She said she's flirting with old men born in 1995.
A person 1995, that means 28. You old? She gotta be like 12. She gotta be 12.
I'm assuming that's what it is. This next one, though, guys, is way more serious, sir. And it reads, to be honest, I think black women should start falsely accusing black men of, e-power and assault. It works for white women and they get a pretty penny from it. If black women can't get the coin through marriage, then we might as well get it through the court. Now, here's the thing about it. The court session is already working in favor of women to get the coin. When you look at, perfect example, look at our guy Tyrese. Forget Tyrese, man.
A duppy.
Tyrese and his ex-wife are, currently in court talking about child support, etc. He had a prenuptial agreement. But what is happening now? Because the prenuptial agreement kind of rules on alimony, child support now is the new alimony. So there's still a way to get you. And he got fork out $1 million in legal fees. Right? So that's what it is. Ladies, are these some of my voice? I'd hate to don't falsely accuse somebody. Let me just leave it at that.
Yeah. This is wild. Yeah, ladies, don't take on this advice. Gentlemen, be careful, because at the end of the day,
Please.
it's as the theme of the last few minutes shown, is all about money for some women, and some women will say and do anything to get that money. No,
Not all.
No, not all. But if you can somehow, you can draw the analogy or the example that white women are getting money from saying like legitimate situations and incidences of EPAR and SA. This is legit, and they're being compensated for it, for emotional distress, damages, etc., etc., etc. It cannot in any way make them feel safe and secure and give them any emotional stability and security that they have lost in this terrible act. So they're giving financial compensation in lieu of that. And here you come now saying black women should do it because we ain't getting married, so you could as well get it But if you ain't getting married with him, so basically forget the marriage. But it was getting the money through the marriage. But when they want to go through the marriage thing, no. So just let me holler EPAR and SA and we get the money from the black man. Like, you ruining people's lives. Do not do that. Because you know, if it backfire upon you know, I mean, but you know what? Human beings are and again, as Derek said it earlier, but I can kind of reiterate it. The reason why we bring this stuff to you is to show you that everybody hands dirty in this game, in this thing called life. Ain't nobody, there's no subsect of human beings that are innocent or another subset that is just out to do and take advantage of other people, other genders and other races. We are equal offenders all across the board. And I think that it is important for people, particularly women, to understand that before you start throwing stones at me, look in your corner.
Where the glass house.
You understand?
Give me next one, Neil.
On screen.
Clearing the undercard. Newly married husband puts a notice in front of his residence. For sale, computer and encyclopedia, both in good condition. Reason for selling, no longer needed. Got married, wife knows everything. With backup server called mother-in-law. So yeah.
Yeah.
The guy has no need for the encyclopedia nor his computer. Google.
Yep, and say about that.
So, I think this is the last on the undercard before we get to the main event. This is pre-show. And this one goes, man shot his male daughter after he made him come during a prostate exam. Jacksonville, Florida. A 56-year Florida in the crank boy. A 56 shout out Dr. Carey. A 56-year man from Florida shot his daughter twice on the chest, close range for giving him an orgasm during a prostate exam. Milo Johansson fled the state of Florida on the day of the incident, which took place on August 22nd. Luckily, the doctor he shot survived the gunshot wounds. I didn't even bother to look at the rest of that.
I surprised you even decided to read it. Milo, I don't know, but apparently there is a spot somewhere when you do the prostate that causes those reactions. I don't know how true it is.
It's true.
But apparently it's true. Needless to say,
American Pie.
Right. If the man calls you to shoot your wad, it does not mean that you need to go shoot the man. What the man do? The man doing his job. And you reacting. Right, and you reacted. You need to do some soul searching, or you just need to do some to educate. You need to educate yourself on the whole process. But certainly the response cannot be going to shoot a man to do any job. You pay the man to make you come. I know you're gonna shoot him. What do you do that for?
He did not pay for that. Pay for a process exam. That's the result.
Very well.
Right?
Very well.
Anyhow, let's go forward. We are moving to the main event now. We are into the main event, folks. We are into the video sections, right? And we are going to start with the patron saint. The patron saint of the channel.
You got to sit straight now. Come on now.
Let's hear what she has to say this time.
Right, let's get it.
I did not walk in there as his wife, but I knew the instant that I saw what was happening, I was his wife. We walking out of here. I'm walking out of here as your wife now. And I'm going to be by your side through this. You know.
And him using that word in yelling back at Chris, wife.
Yeah. I was
that hit you hard.
Yeah, because I was like, whoa. I haven't heard that out of his mouth in a long time.
But it brought you back.
It brought me back.
I feel like we should pour some liquor. You know, anytime we bring up Jada, right? We got to start pouring some liquor for Will, man. Will trying so hard to get back in their good books. So hard. That's number one. Anyhow.
That's a performative rage brought her back. And guess what, Neil? I find it interesting. I am going to assume that you haven't seen the next clip.
I have not.
But you said he's been training so hard and he's been training for so long. Let's watch the next clip. Brace, people. Brace for impact.
I always thought he was got dirty. But then I got to know the brother.
Now, is he romantic?
Yes.
What's the most romantic thing you've ever done?
Keenan. For my birthday last year. Now, you know, Pac died September 13th, and my birthday is September 18th, and it was the first day of shooting Woo. I was very depressed. and he had to go to Japan. Will did. I was on the set. I got 100 dozen roses. Woo! Okay? I got so many roses that they had to bring my trailer from the set to deliver them to my room, my hotel. Now I get to my hotel room. From each corner of the ceiling, it's full of balloons. I have like 200 balloons.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you could not tell, yes, you may see the Lord haircut and you may think that was the other day, but no, you could tell from the quality of the VHS that is from back in the day. That is probably the late 90s to early 2000s. I hazard to guess probably like 98, 97, 96.
Maybe they suspect maybe a little before that, because it looks like she and Keena Avery Beans, they would have done Don't Dirty Shame together and stuff like that. So that's
your movie.
Before, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's been a while.
But let me offer some words here. No, Jada is the gift that keeps on giving for content creators like ourselves, right? Like, I know other people are there groaning and moaning, and we certainly do it behind the scenes. But anytime Jada starts to talk, he's like, all right, put on the helmet and the paws again for somebody. But we know that the bouncers coming around regularly, right? Jada, you said you went into the Oscars saying that you were not his wife. What fascinates me about this is that they're not a couple. Well, sorry, they're not husband and wife in the traditional sense on the night of the Oscars, but Will took her, they took pictures, the whole world and Sandra knew that they were husband and wife, right? So you see the man get up, picture start running, man, you're like, wait. Wait, man say, keep my wife there out of your mouth, you look run like, wait. Will wife.
We mean?
Wait, what does me? Jada. Sorry, forget Jada. Because Jada, they don't thought of Jada here. Jada's beyond.
Exactly.
Right? John Dewey. Will, we can keep talking to your brother because start the cap. Will, I don't know what else you need to see. You need to get rid of this woman. No, sorry, don't let me say that. You need to absolve yourself of this relationship because this I don't know what was discussed in your relationship. I don't know how you feel about this woman, or I don't know where you think the relationship is, but clearly Jada is on another page that you're on. Matter of fact, you're on the forward and she all the way chapter 20. You do not understand what's going on here. It makes it worse to find out that Jada, to her mind, was not married or didn't have a husband or wasn't your wife, but you went up and defended her, so that a man, and say, keep my wife near your mouth. Well, you gotta stop now. It's time enough. You're a successful man. You look good in your 50s. Pause. You could go there and get some action. You good. You all right, Will. And you've been married. You got your children. You don't need to put yourself in there. You could be in the streets.
Life is good to you.
Life is all right. So you could be in the streets. You got access to 1% of women, 1% of the 1% of women in the world. You good, Will. Stop basing. And this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Be with people that make you better. Yeah, the hardest thing you're going to have to do is walk away from women that you love bad. This woman does not make you better in any sense of the word. You may think so. She may have bamboozled you into thinking so. But the world can see, based on what you showed us, that she is not making you a better person. Because anytime a woman makes you go on stage and slap a whole man.
What she said, Neil, that drew her back in. She knew that she had to be there for him, right? And it's
probably wrote she used to.
Funny. She was saying, but she was saying, if you remember the Red Table talk, she said, that she just wanted to help people, and that's what she ended up with August Alsina, right? She wanted to make people feel better and stuff like that, which was ironic because she was there tearing up real live on TV, and she is concerned about making she husband right in front of you, before she feel any better. So that was fascinating stuff to watch, and the acts of performative rage is what drew her back in, not the 100 dozen roses, not the balloons from corner to corner, from wall to wall. Then things in Gucci. Yeah. The birthday party and that trace her ancestry and all that back all the way back. Daimushi. slapping a whole man down bullshit. Anyhow, you got
If
more
Bill- if
delusion
Bill
in
did
crank.
if
Let's
Bill
hear-
if Bill did not out there, he would have done that about 15 years ago. Gut percent.
It's like, she said something about 20 years ago. It's like, oh, it's not see the show. More delusion in the crank. Let's hear from Joel Smith's wife.
Body count seems to be
No, my body count is very low.
Do you
Sorry.
count- did you
I
count
don't
it?
consider, okay, my personal, I just talked to Joe about that about a little while ago when we were arguing. I was like, my personal body count is low. I don't consider work. It don't matter.
Oh, work
That's not
bodies
the
don't
same
count.
thing.
The
Work
52
bodies
titles don't count.
No.
So you count the other bodies, and then you count the two. It's two different bodies for one for Kiss.
No.
And the other one for
Keisha, me, the woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, her body count is low.
Okay, but the porn star.
But the porn star, you know,
She's
her
outside.
thing. Yeah, she outside.
Okay.
Only problem with that is they're two different names, but the same body.
It don't matter. It's two different personas.
Okay.
So
you know, you cannot like that whole industry is a big mental thing, you know, and you have to separate yourself from that. And so right now the lines are blurred for me. It's kind of fucked up, you know. But
Don't you do
like,
that. Don't
but
you
how
dare
does it
start a
see-
cry or
'cause I
tear up.
see- we
Don't do
see
that.
You getting emotional about it, right?
Don't
so
know.
How does it really make you feel? Are you upset that the backlash you're getting, or because you seem pretty like free and you don't mind what people see, so you mind what people say?
I've honestly never given a, you know, about what anyone says or thought. I would never have done that in the first place. You know, I do feel bad about how it's affected my relationship. I'm not mad about the pocket.
We are the morning hustle.
No. So much to unpack here. No. Let's first start with you trying to tear up because you said
not really, Not really. There's a lot to unpack here.
No, when it says a lot,
has done at least 50 adult entertainment videos, right? Joe Smith was aware of that fact. She said it when we watched the video. She said, you knew who I was. Gentlemen, if you know that there are ladies out there who have less than stellar record, right? And you,
She belongs to the streets.
if you decide that you want to take that up and you want to come and give you some fancy version of revirgination, where now the bodies don't count, right? For example, I play crayons at this. I suppose they decide, you know what? I believe I am Brian Lara. I go to buy and get chopped. I gotta go work, man. With that chop in my head. I gotta wear that chop. I can't say, but yeah, Brian Lara get chopped. I used to get chopped. Whether I pretended to be Brian Lara or not.
listen, I got a harder analogy than. So, but your analogy, sweetheart, John Wick ain't killed the body yet, but it wasn't for your job.
Not a fact.
It wasn't. He was not contracted to kill. He wasn't contracting anyone. He's a professional assassin. So all the people that he killed in these movies, the matter. The reason why it says a lot to unpack there is.
Here's an even since you go with our road, we have an even better one. Brandon Lee passed away on during the filming of The Crow. Right? He's very much not with us. We can't say that he characters who dead.
Yeah.
He gone.
He gone. The reason why it says a lot to unpack, right, is because I don't appreciate the fact that she's trying to tear up to make us feel sympathy for her, because it is so hard and you have to split yourself and mentally you are having performance, you're engaging an act that is usually meant to be intimate and personal and private. You have monetized and publicized, and everybody know what inside you look like. Many men know what's like. This ain't like me and Derek getting a job, punching with clock, doing what we gotta do and getting home. Y'all don't know what I do when the day come. Y'all don't know what Derek does do or where he does do what he do when the day come. It would be different now if everybody knew and saw me and saw a different side of me, an intimate side of me, a personal side of me, day in, day out. Yes, there's mental gymnastics in doing porn. Well, shoot, we need to be porn stars to know that. We know it. We that is obvious. But don't come and tear up and make it seem like you were forced into it or you. No, darling, that's number one. Two, I agree with you, Derek. Yeah,
And then Andy is around Silver. She like him.
Good. And that's the part. That's the second.
You got to say you like.
Yeah, that is exactly that. You like the money. The money was good. The money was sweet to you. Joe, I agree with Derek. Everything Derek said. Joe, you're wrong. You know, you're full. And yeah, Mrs. Smith, please understand that what you do at work is also who you are. Because there is a teacher. Sure, he's a man first. He's a father first. Man with certain passions.
Everything
for
Derek
certain
said.
things. But please don't get it mistaken that he is a teacher. That will be on his epitaph. That will be part of his obituary. So you can't separate the person from the art. That's like saying Sasha Fierce in Beyonce. That's like saying, Beyonce. That's like saying that you see Brooms in like, you know what I'm saying? It's just wild. It's just wild. But yes, your body, Keisha body come in low, your body and the porn star party go, like that's not how that works. Because if that is the case, then when I go and rent a few movies, shoot, you don't rent in these times, prawn. If I go and look up your name on certain illicit sites, and I can see the amount of penis you've gone through, that was work. You gonna tell me no, it didn't matter? Anyhow, people, let's keep it simple. That's all I gotta say about it. Keep it simple. If you gotta do mental gymnastics to do a job,
If you know certain things.
yeah, sorry. If you gotta do mental gymnastics, do same, you gotta left it out.
And fellas, if you know that certain situations are what they are, just leave them where they are. Do not get involved. Fellas, again, let me say this. And this is saying for 3 shows. Fellas, we cannot change behaviors. We can either accept them or try to live with them. We cannot change behaviors. When we try to change behaviors, that's when we get problems. Because we're going thinking, we could put in all this effort like Will Smith, put in all this effort to change somebody. We can't change somebody. So we got to be prepared to deal with them as they are or not. Them is the only 2 choices we got. So let me go forward to the next one, Neil.
All right, let's get it in 3, 1.
How much does a man have to make to be with you?
Over 10K.
Over 10K?
Yes.
Yearly or monthly or daily?
Yearly.
So what that's gonna do for you?
He's gonna get a submissive wife. That's what it's gonna do for me.
Wait, what? He gonna do what?
A submissive wife.
I bet. So if you make over $800 a month, you're gonna get a submissive wife, y'all. I bet. So how much for one night with you though?
$1 million.
$1 million?
Yeah.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
All right, we out of here, y'all.
Bye.
All right, so that's a skit. Number 1. 2, this is so weird, but I kind of understand what she's saying. It's weird, admit thing, but I understand that if you want to spend a night with me, it is like a one-night transaction is $1 million. But if you want me to be your wife, you want to be someone that you want me to hold you down and to love and everything like that, money is not as important. $10,000, my girl.
For a year.
$10,000 a year, my girl. No, this is.
Better keep her.
I mean, I don't know if to commend you or if to say a prayer to you, because $10,000 is the money, sweet girl. I mean, me and Derek, we ain't balling, we ain't rich men, or certainly we ain't got it like that. But $10,000 a month, 20,000 Barbados a month is not a lot. And that is not to say we are making slight. A year. Sorry, a year. We're not slating anyone that makes that money. Certainly, we are not. And we are not obviously going to now say that women should aspire to date a man that makes more, because obviously we have been critical of women that want to date men with high salaries. However, you should have some standard, I guess. I don't know what to say there. I mean, $10,000 a year, all of we got a shot.
Get any money.
Yeah, anybody can get you there.
But do we want to know?
Mm-hmm.
That's the question. You have a shot, but do you really want to take it? Right? Now, let me get you next one. Fellas, this one comes part 1 and 2. And I need you to prepare yourselves for the triggering, okay? From a show called Moment of Truth. This is where we've had some secrets that she's going to reveal. So let's get it.
I don't like that setup. Anyhow, let me get it. 3, 2, 1.
People you work with?
I do.
You do?
Very much.
Question 12. Have you ever fantasized about having sex with one of your coworkers? Darren, do you know her coworkers?
Yes.
So, have you ever fantasized about having sex with one of your coworkers?
Yes.
That answer is true.
That's 12 people. You okay, Darren? That jealousy thing can be an issue. And if it hasn't been up till now, it may be right now. The only thing that'll temper your jealousy and possible anger at the question I'm about to ask is the fact that if she's truthful 3 more times, it's $100,000. You've been married almost 7 years, right?
Yep.
Wedding day, happiest day of your life?
One of them. One of them.
Yeah? Was it a great wedding?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
All your family and friends around you?
Yes.
People you love dearest were
Oh
there?
my.
Oh, yes, I know what you're going to ask.
Question 13. Did you invite anyone to your wedding that you previously had sexual relations with? Darren, are you going through the guest list right now?
Yes. 250 guests I'm going through right now, right through my head.
You like it? You enjoying
I
yourself?
do. I am enjoying myself
Where?
thoroughly.
Where?
Thank you.
Did you invite anybody to your wedding that you'd had sex with?
Not clarifying on this one. The answer is yes.
That answer is
Oh my god. Oh my god.
true.
Okay, let's get part 2. But first, before you go on, I just want to point out, this show was a show that was on TV. I've seen clips of this, other content creators reacted to this show. This used to be a show where you were compensated for telling the truth as it went on. As you can see, it was very contentious. It was very hot. Marriages were broken up. It's a catch-22. You want money or you want your truth, right? It's kind of like a catch-22. Now, what I would say so far is I don't necessarily see there being a problem. Depends on the situation, but inviting somebody that you've had sexual relations with to your wedding, there needs to be context to that, because certainly if you have a good relationship with somebody that you were once in a relationship with, certainly that can be someone that, like, there's someone I could think of off the top of my head that, we once said that if we were to ever get married to other people, because we've always been friends. Yes, we had moments of intimacy, but if the other person was to ever get married, we turn up at your wedding and celebrate and carry on. So that is not necessarily a problem without context. With context, but this lady and fantasizing about having sex with a coworker, again, that one moved me, because you're human. At the end of the day, there's a difference between fantasy.
But here's the thing: you gotta be ready. Work husband.
No, that's the thing.
Always be there.
Because you can fantasize. You know how you feel about the word husband or word wife thing. I don't believe in it. So you can find a size and keep to yourself. Once you don't push no vibes or push the thing, or you obsessing about it, that's different. You know, if you're working with a co-worker, look good, and you like, I wonder how that, you know. But there's a difference between thinking about it and acting on it, saying something about it, looking to make it, to manifest it.
Thing.
There's something to say about
And then
that.
working at your home because of it.
Yep, that's true. We continuing or?
Yes. Let us do that. Let me just set up myself here because the electronics dying on me, you know. So let me get it next week.
Or let me
I'll
get
watch this.
13 truthful answers. Darren, any idea who it is?
I have no idea.
No idea.
You'll never know.
Fine. You have 13 truthful answers. You were 2 away from $100,000. I know you thought 3 questions ago was the hardest I have. This one is one of those questions that could be very easy or extremely difficult.
Okay.
You and Darren pretty open with each other?
Yes, we pretty much are.
Darren, would you say that you guys are pretty open with each
Yes,
other?
absolutely.
Even with what you've learned tonight?
Yes, I would
Okay.
say so.
I'll stop if you want me to stop.
Don't stop, Mark.
Question 14. Do you have any secrets that you believe could end your marriage? It is a very tough question, and that answer, a whole lot depends on that answer.
Ain't worth it, sweetheart. Ain't worth it.
Darren,
Plead the
what are you
fifth.
thinking?
You know what? I'd rather not.
Girlfriend want our money though.
I'm about to vomit. Woman wiping a tear.
Yes.
She really knows she she's smiling at
That
me.
answer is
Not no, but smiling before.
true.
You've answered 14 truthfully. One more, $100,000. I want to take a second here, you guys, because even though you're so close to $100,000, you're risking $25,000.
You know what's one thing I don't like about that show, or what it doesn't exist anymore, but one thing I didn't like about that show, right? There is no way to get out of it clean. So even if she had said just now, I plead the fifth, I ain't answering that or whatever, you could as well say yes. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you've kind of admitted that.
Yeah, you could as well.
Yeah, you could as well. Now, to me, I always said that if I were to ever go on the show like that, I would say, I'll tell my wife, let me get all the cars out now. Tell me everything now. Let me decide now.
I want some praises.
Yeah. We going for this $100,000 or we are going for this $100,000. Because if you go for the show, we going for this $100,000. So let me know all the secrets so that I could just take it in straight. Like, yeah, we already thought with that. We got that covered. But yeah. And I always thought it was wild that people go on this show. Like, you know that you got skeletons in your closet. You know the man gonna ask you wildness. What you going for the show? Right. So all that being said, there are certain things. This is gonna be it's so wild. There are certain things that are not worth money. But then, of course, the only way that we could be here talking about certain things not worth money is that you've been unfaithful and you're keeping secrets. So don't cheat. Don't do those things. Don't do things that can end your relationship or marriage. Certainly, if you know you got skeletons in your closet, don't go up on a show for all and sundry to see it and then monetize it behind money, right? So yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of the show. Never was. I thought it was hilarious. I don't know if people knew that this type of content was going to come out, but
Pretty destructive.
yeah, it's destructive. Again, people, we need to understand. We need to stop publicizing our relationships. We need to stop with that. What you and your partner do, confines of your relationship, are between you and your partner. Nobody need to know what going on behind you closed doors. Nobody need to know who cooking for who and who sleeping with who and what treats. But I need to know nothing about your relationship. No one needs to know anything about it. You understand? You need to keep certain things to yourself. I'm not saying not saying to share certain things with friends and family or people that you trust and confide in. But do not go on social media, do not go on TV, do not go on platforms that have a huge reach and tell your business, good, bad, or indifferent. I got a friend of mine that used to say, I remember years ago, I asked a woman, what was somebody?
You know, my brother said, like, if you're a girl, invited you to go on the Jerry Springer show back in the day,
Yeah,
may as well start footing that.
Like, yeah, like I'll just say, like, yeah, baby.
You get Jerry Springer, worry. You know what I mean?
Listen, no. But that's how I knew those things were scripted, because anytime you just what we here to talk about, you about there looking about why they don't bushy tail. No, your wife invite you and tell you we can flew out to Los Angeles to appear by Jerry Springer. No, what we coming to do? Before you say anything, what we going there to hear? You understand? Yeah. Keep your business to yourself. I had a friend of mine, she always would say, like how women, I used to make this joke all the time that women just always run a road and talk about how men when a man on sex good or a penis small or whatever, the women is always going to put you up on blast. Tell all your business, but he ain't a good, he can't fool, he small, this and that, he next, he third. And I always used to say that's one thing women do. And one thing when the women don't do is walk a road and talk about how he sweet and this and that, he next, how packing and things like that. And a friend of mine, woman said, why would I walk about telling people that my man got a big? I said, wait, hold on. You walk about telling my dick small, but you want to see dick big and he feel big? He said, no, because I'm trying to invite aunts. Yeah, exactly. Because they know women will be like, yeah, I want to see what that dick do. You don't want to see what that dick do. So I think that there's something to be said for keeping things under wraps, keeping things within the confines of your relationship. And
privacy, man. Privacy.
Yeah, that is, to me, the best way to keep your relationship. There's a sanctimonious level of thinking. Yeah, there's a sanctity to it, yeah.
You don't want people outside influences in your business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's another thing too.
Because they know is like the feed is part of it. And they're
Exactly.
going to write the comments on it and stuff like that.
And they're going to say so.
Just keep business to yourself. Keep certain things. Yeah. We'll get the next one here.
Let's get it. Here go.
How many guys have you been with?
Well, I used to be a gang girl. I used to do gang parties and I would get by like 50 dudes a night. So I've probably been by like 500 dudes.
Huh? What? She belongs to the streets.
I used to be a gang girl. I used to go to parties.
Yeah. Put a one in the chat if you've ever heard of something called a gangbang party or something, or a two in the chat if you've ever heard of a gangbang girl.
Well, we've heard
Put
of gang.
a one in the chat if you've heard of it. Matter of fact, just take gangbang party in the chat.
But there, come on, no, we've heard about those kinds of parties. Let me not act as if, certain events don't turn up every now and then. Every now and then, you see the flyer pop up on social media. Discreet this and that and the next and the third, right? But a couple of things here, right? You used to go to parties and get love up by 50 men for your admission, right? You say at this point, 500 men. That's about 8, 9 parties. Well, 10 parties if he was coming in a virgin, right? Which is a hell of a way to start your sexual journey.
Due diligence.
Yeah, your sexual due diligence. But what blows my mind, again, I can say, this tell me that Amazon shouldn't sell me mics, they shouldn't sell me cameras, right? But anytime the video light on and the mic's hot, it feels as though women just say the most wild. I ain't saying men don't do it. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying men don't do it. But there's this trend. Anytime you see a woman put on fair accoutrements, right? Or you see her in the car and she's talking on matters of sex or relationships, there's a 60% chance of You know, it's a 60% chance of rain. 60% chance that person you're about to hear wildness. I don't know. Gangman girl. I never heard the expression gangman girl. I figure if that's what you do, you're an avid gangbanger. I don't know. Gangbanger.
Gangbanger, man.
We thought the Crips ain't bloods.
It's a gangbanger. Yo, let me get your next one, Neil. Let me just watch this sentence.
Let's get it.
Yeah, we got an intruder. We have an intruder, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah. We have an intruder in the house. I've been here for 6 months. And you in my house? You in my house?
Get the out!
You in my house?
Please send somebody,
You
please.
in my house?
Please,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah,
I just need
please.
a report
I'm
on
here.
this guy. And he
Yeah.
broke into my house.
Yeah. No, he did not.
Please,
No, he did. I live here.
Listen, I'm here.
Hurry,
Yeah,
please,
yeah.
hurry.
Come on. Yeah, I live here. He in my house. We have an intruder. His name is Elijah. His name is Elijah. Yes. Come on, talk about
hear
it.
over him.
Look at him.
You doing it, bro? Your host.
She's got the fair fade.
Please send somebody.
Get my phone.
He's
I'm
destroying
gone.
my house.
Get my phone, bro.
It's in your hand.
Exactly. Give me that.
Help somebody,
Come on, bro.
please.
Come get the fair fade.
I'm gonna get the fear fed, man.
Yeah. Come
Get
on.
out.
Get out of our house. You're right.
Get out.
You're right. Come on.
Get out. Go.
Oh, I live here.
Go, please.
I live here.
Them gal ya wicked, them wicked, them wicked. Them gal ya wicked, them wicked, them wicked. I don't know how them so wicked, why them so wicked, but I know so them gal ya wicked.
Shout out Dr. Carey. No, not that she wicked. That she said. Jamaica. Let's take all that back. Yeah. Ladies, if you are caught red-handed, like, you live with the man. Why live there?
No, she live at Eve. That's his place.
And you gonna call the police for the man call he breaking? You're wrong. You're wrong. And this is why, this is a good segue to this. Man, it is important to have your own. It's important. It's an imperative. Because if he was living at she, and she said, this man breaking at me. Right here, spend a nice evening, this man breaking at me. And you up, you name him on the lease, you bills don't come there, you lock up, you breaking and entering. But in all seriousness though, there is something I will not have you even mistakenly casting aspersions on Zoe's beloved. My bad. Apologies to Zoe. Apologies to Dr. Carey, and apologize to anyone in the chat that ever offended. If there's something you said for accountability, we've said this, you know, I don't know how many times we can say this, don't cheat. And then we say, but if you can cheat or sight, don't cheat.
Don't be smart, man.
You know what I mean?
You bring money in my place.
Yeah, a musty cart road to work out, you know.
The musty car.
The musty car. The dusty cart road, the musty car. But in all seriousness, though, we have to be mindful of how we do certain things. How dare you call the police for your boyfriend after being caught cheating? That is a level of despicable that and to my dude that come in and find what going on in his place, right? Take that L.
Well, yeah.
Get rid of she. Get rid of she. You know what I mean? Break up with her, leave her, let her leave the place. Don't let she beg back, because she look like the type of person that be begging back. But no. And that she got the other man saying, no, the man place comfortable, so just like, I'm barely come all set my vibe desperation. But that man ain't frightened. So who knows what that woman was telling that man, or how empowered he feels to sit down there bareback for the man to be upset like that.
To be fair, I suspect they were caught, you know, and like
throws of passion. But Derek, if you get caught, come on, Derek. But Derek, come on, Derek.
First thing I be looking at his dress, I get from both
I leave. That is a domestic dispute.
You can't walk past him, man. You can't walk past him, man.
But by the same token, though, Derek, though, you ain't sitting up on the ground beer, but kind of like, really come up. You ain't doing that.
Offset vibration.
you will be as humble as you can, right? You be like, boss, I
sorry.
think that you and your woman need to work this out. My apologies. You know, she tell me exactly, but certainly don't sit out there like you. Right. But yeah, let's stop certain things. Gentlemen, I understand we like some sex and some intimacy now. And some of us do believe that a woman that's already in a relationship with somebody is the best type of situation to be in to have sex. But do not go at no man's place. Again, that is if you know. We don't know what was told to that man. But if you know that she got a man, put it like this. If you know she got a man, left it out. Simple and plain. Don't go nowhere that she can be. Don't try to sleep with her in no place that she at. Don't do that. Let she come at you, or better yet, best yet, leave it out.
Here's the thing. Only yesterday, I heard of a guy who met a girl at a club. She took her to his place. You know, everything going down. This man appeared at his door. He put 2 shots and he gone along.
Oh
the man was her man. And yeah, she left with the man too, by the way. The man was her man. He put a tracker on the phone.
Oh,
so
no.
it ain't even safe now for you to be saying, yeah, let me carry this girl at me. You know what I mean? So man, I know it needs to be like the sex, and the sex will be there, be accessible, and when it's accessible, we feel that we need to get it. But we need to be mindful that in 2023, we'll do a little bit more vetting because people crazy.
Yeah,
people crazy.
Let us use a little more discretion when engage in certain situations. Do not harm nobody. Do not cheat on your partner. Leave it out. Do not just keep it simple. Stupid is the best thing that they say. You know, they say in the army, keep it simple. Stupid. Keep it simple. Do not involve no other people in your relationship. Keep it between you, the person, and God. Right?
Yeah. No, the patriarchy is always something people are talking about. We always hear that men want to uphold the patriarchy, but no, there are women who are talking about the patriarchy already as well. Let's hear what this lady has to say.
It's gonna be that bullshit.
Men right now act like women, and they just want more. Bring back the patriarchy. I want to stay at home. I want to take care of my kids. What do you mean buy you flowers? What do you mean pay for dinner? What do you mean 50-50? What is that? I don't believe in that.
What do you want? What do you believe?
I want a man to take care of me.
So you want to be a housewife?
I want to be a housewife.
Okay.
Yeah.
The old traditional way?
Traditional. I'll do it.
So patriarchy is traditional? You see, here's the thing that's getting me about these terms that are thrown around, right? I don't think when people talk about terms like patriarchy or talk about certain terms, one, those things have been put in such a negative context that they are seen as reprehensible. And two, I don't think people fully understand what traditional versus patriarchy really means.
And even misogyny, which leads us a nice segue to number 30. Let's watch that.
No. See, mastering it together combos now. Let's get 3, 2, 1.
You just seem very misogynistic, realistically.
What is misogyny? Why are you using words that you don't even know the definition of?
No, that's not what I meant.
I think you are misogynistic, though.
So what does misogynistic mean, though? Like, just so I know what you're calling me.
Okay, so the reason I said it is just, again, based on the
Like you fresh from there,
Like you fresh from it. Listen, we need to start using terms that we do not fully understand. It is a buzz term. It is a term now that we use, and we expect certain things not to be questioned. Remember, I said early on in our podcast history, the most important question you can ask is why? Why? Why are you calling misogynistic? Do you understand what that means? Right? You must be able to answer that. I am not going to call someone something if I don't fully understand what I'm calling them. You understand? So
it's shaming language. You want me to back off my argument.
But no, and I'm glad that man stood on his square, because at the end of the day, you have to know yourself, and because that's why we want men to understand. If you know you're holding your masculine frame, you are doing things in a positive light, above board and transparent, and you are not doing anything to hurt anyone, anything, or yourself, and you're bigging up your community, stand on your square. That's why I say you can say whatever you say. If I'm misogynistic, so be it. But you don't understand what that term means if you're calling me that. So it seems that woman doesn't know that those women don't know that man, because they like a street interview. So they're saying that term based on things he probably said before the clip started. So do not go around.
They couldn't answer.
Exactly. So your get out of jail free card is not misogyny anymore. It is not patriarchy anymore, right? People need to learn what those words mean. A patriarchy, in the context that people bring it, is an oppressive society where men have all of the rights in society to shape that society, and women have zero or very little. That is not what happens in today in the West. In the Western Hemisphere, where most of us watching, if not all, well, yeah, most of us watching, we live in the West. Therefore, then a lot of patriarchy like that you could show me and say, yeah, boy, that's a problem in we society. Men need to cut that out. No. Are there men that essay with me? Sure, of course. Are there men that put hands on? Of course. But that's a small subset of the society, and that is not a patriarchal society.
I always find patriarchy argument coming from people who live in Barbados. I always find it to be hilarious when the president is a woman, the prime minister is a woman, head of the judiciary is a woman, etc., etc.
So bosses are women.
There you go. So when I hear people talk about the patriarchy, especially people coming from Barbados, I find it hilarious. But as Neil said, once you're not doing anything that's detrimental to yourself and your family, your community, etc., stand in your square. And speaking of the community, we have the King's Gathering. We're talking about building community and stuff like that, and that is a large part of the King's Gathering. Then we empower ourselves, we empower our families, and then we're able to empower our communities. And the King's Gathering is a place for you to come get some information that will better edify you, build you up, empower yourself. You see it on the poster that I am assuming it has on screen, but and empowerment is one of the things that we're talking about for men. And you can come and get some advice on saving and investment. You can get advice on divorce, child maintenance. So that's always a hot topic for men. So we need to get that information out there. You're going to have information for Kerry Holder. Six Pips and Kings, essentially how to lead as men in our community and our society. All of this we're going to be discussing on November 19th at the King's Gathering. It's the 3rd edition of the King's Gathering. We're going to have that November 19th. We start at 6 o'clock. Come out dressed and impressed, suited and booted. Start at 6 o'clock. Building number 2 on the Harbor Road. Tamtar Culinary Creations will also be in the house. Shout out to Avery and the crew all the way up in Crab Hill, St. Lucie. They'll be coming down with their fare. So we want to have you guys there. And since we're talking about empowerment, let us talk about female empowerment, because we made the comment on Tuesday night, female empowerment tends to generally be about sex and all that. And it was just coming off of what we just talked about in terms of the patriarchy, how Barbados is set up in terms of a gynocracy almost, for want of a better term. And how all of our leaders are now female. We rarely discuss that when we talk about female empowerment. Female empowerment tends to be something else, but there are people who agree with us, Neil. Let's hear what this lady has to say in this video.
Get it.
What are your thoughts when you see like the city girls bringing like over sexualism and it, like basically what they call pussy power?
Well, it's a false idea of quote unquote pussy power, because what they're actually doing is promoting women to continue to go out there and have sex. That is not the power of pussy. The power of pussy is limiting access to it. And sexual freedom and sexual power for the woman is being able to realize that you have the power to reject and deny, not to just go willy-nilly, oh, I did this, I got wet ass pussy, this, that, and the other one. So it's just another alternative to push people on the lower echelons to keep having sex to produce slaves. That's really what the ultimate objective is. So, I'm not for the city girls or the WAP. I'm not for all of that, because it's a destruction of the female herself. it sound good for quote unquote feminism, but it's really a detriment to the woman.
You know, that is the best. That's the best. Your superpower as a man and a woman is discernment. Is your superpower. Knowing when, where, and how. But we live in a society where discernment be damned. We see it every day on social media. We see it all. Shoot, how much videos? 250 videos we do. Got 400 somebody videos on this channel. Right? People lack discernment. Everybody calling themselves queens. Everybody is calling themselves kings. But that does not make you a king or queen. Discernment is your superpower. Knowing how, when, and where to move. We see all the time, boss bitch. Is a boss bitch, this and that. But I sleep with. Is a queen, but I sleep with X amount of men. Discernment. Again, we always say, what? Who going in a club that every week got a shoot up? Every week a man coming in, then a security, anybody can come in the place. And the man just, every week you party into you little buju or whatever. Or you skeng. Let me bring it closer to the modern. You listen, you skeng. Right? You, you scampering every week. You paying you money to get in a club. You getting shoot up, you gotta go home. Almost fear for your life. You was talking in the club. I know nobody that would go to that club every week in and week out. So you have to show that you are stable. And in that stability is discernment. One of the cornerstones of stability is discernment. When we say that body count matters for both men and women, that is part of stability. We do not want someone that is fly by night, that doesn't have a level of discretion. And ladies, I'm sorry to tell you, you letting 10, 15, 20 men into you per a month, per day, per whatever, that is not empowerment. All you are showing is that you are disposable. I said it. You are disposable. You are for a good time, not a long time. And yeah, that sounds cute to put in a hashtag or to say I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Yeah, but you then crying and vex that nobody take you serious as a wife.
Well, since you talk about that, Neil, let's go to number 37.
Jeez,
because, you know, I just got the segues working tonight. This is episode 246. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to make sure that you're always in lockstep with what we are posting. Let's watch this one because we have another patron saint of the channel. This is Lady Brittany Renner. Oh. She paid a visit to Club Shay Shay, and she had this to say. Let's get it.
Club Shay Shay. They missed. We got number what? 30, what? 31?
37.
37. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know 37. Give me a minute, man. Plug something.
No problem. Folks, the King's Gathering one more time. We got Timothy Marshall, a former student of mine. He's going to be there. He's going to be talking saving and investment. You need to come on out. The ladies, we heard it several times tonight. You need to be able to provide for yourself. You need to be able to provide for your family. That is important to the ladies. So, fellas, come out, hear what Timothy has to say for saving and investment. Fitness and Nutrition by Kerry Holder. He's a personal trainer, a former international bodybuilding competitor. So you want to hear what he has to say about fitness and nutrition. He's going to make sure that you look good, you're healthy, you preserve yourself for a longer time, and you are thus able to provide for yourself, your family, and your community for a longer period because you're extending the lifespan, right? I can come back after the next one and tell you about the next two people because Neil, like you ready, right? All right.
So just to be clear, we skipped some videos.
Yeah, we skipped some videos. Yes.
In the interest of time. All right. Just making sure that
it's just to segue worked a little better.
All right, let's go. Let's get it. Here, let me get Brittany on screen.
That I did in my car where I was talking about how I had sex with, was it 3 men in a day? Yes. And then I ended up getting a yeast infection.
Yes.
I came out pretty unscathed for just a yeast infection.
Right.
Considering what I could have gotten.
Right. But did you think
I think about the ramifications of telling people that I had sex with multiple men. Yes, I don't care. It's the truth. If you don't see me as a potential dating person, then great. One less heart to break. Leave me alone, and I'm going to continue to live my truth.
But you do understand
Brittany, that's hard for a man. Look, like you said, public versus private. Now, if you and I having a conversation, and you're sitting here, we have a conversation, and you say, well, Shannon, I slept with this many men. Okay, that's one thing. That's between you and I. But to have that conversation, and then everybody, Sam, John, and everybody else knows it, that's a whole different ball game, Brittany.
That's fine with me. I mean, I feel that.
But see, that's selfish because all you're thinking about is you. What about him? He has got to be with you.
He has got to be with me?
No, what I'm saying.
He has the privilege to be with me.
Okay.
Because you know how many women you've slept with?
Brent,
Do you know how many women you've slept with?
Yes
or no?
I'm doing the interview.
Do you know how many women you slept
Yes.
with? Double digits? Triple digits. Here we go, sitting back in this position.
Brittany.
Double or triple?
Brittany, I'm the interviewer. You are the interviewer.
I can't ask any questions?
You can ask questions.
Okay, so
when you have your podcast, invite me on and you and I'll have this conversation, okay? Now, back to our originally normal scheduled program. You do understand that a man pride his woman to know, look, I don't have any problem. You know, 3 bodies, 4 bodies, 5 bodies, 10 bodies. That what you did before me, long as you know, I'm pretty lenient because I'm kind of, you know, lawyers, doctors, exotic dancers, yeah. So you love what you love what you love.
Wow.
But it's a high bar to hurdle.
Shannon, you start a beatbox there, Shannon. But the count don't matter, Shannon.
Shannon about it, so Dipsy do the cruel because he doesn't want to offend her, right? Shout out to Shannon Sharp though for still checking and saying, well, look, you saying that, but it's selfish and it's this and that and etc. Right? So let me come all the way back now to the female empowerment thing. You want to sleep with 3 men in a day, that's cool. Do you? But please note that the consumer, men are the consumers, right? The buyer, the purchaser does not want that. So if I am the man and they have to be the person coming to provide for you, because that's what women want. They want to be provided for. They want to be taken care of. Why am I the guy to pay that price? Man, the other fellas before me, they 3 men ain't doing that for you, so now they marry you. They might give whoever is that give the yeast infection. They looking at you like that. So why should I come along now? This is how men calculate it, ladies. It might sound harsh. You may not want to hear it. You may not want to accept it, but it is what it is. This is how we process as men. Yeah, if we come along, we see a woman that we know that she
process. Let me be honest, though.
Yeah, women too. Let me be real, yeah. But they won't admit that to us, right? Because they will judge each other based on stuff here, right? But men will look at it and men will say, "Look, I want the same deal as the fellas that went before me. You know, don't try to bring the new fancy deal to me here, all right?" Yeah. So when you are so transactional in how you operate, this is how men can approach it. And speaking of transaction, here, let's go to 33.
33.
Yeah. You ready?
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Well, in the meantime, we've got attorney at law Nikita Vaughn. She's also going to be at the King's Gathering. She's going to be talking about divorce, child maintenance, spousal support, all them different things that men will need to know. And there's a hot topic for a lot of you guys. Some of you guys lost your assets, some money from around you because of divorce, etc. So you need to come on out, get the information, because you may want to get married again. You may got a friend contemplating getting married. You need that information for your friend, for your uncle, your brother, your father. Because anybody can get divorced in 2023. They can get divorced for anything. You know what I mean? So you need to get this information. So come on out, bring a friend so that they can get it. You ready for me?
Sir, get it.
Let's get it.
Joking. I have asked the last 3 dudes I've dated for their bank account info on the first date.
I don't judge people's actions. I look at the intention behind it. So, why do you ask for that?
Because I only want to date a wealthy guy that has money.
Valid. So you're getting straight to the point.
I think, I have a job. I'm very successful. So I think I have every right to be like, hi, are we on the same level or am I wasting my time?
You have every single right to get to the point and figure out if we, there centuries, time immemorial. You do it today still. Certain cultures in the world marry for status and money, right? There are some cultures where, because you are a certain family or you have a certain amount of wealth or you pay a certain dowry or what have you, you get access to our daughter or whatever. Shoot, we know of times where kings or armies used to take over cities or whatever and kill the king and marry the wife. Or there would be a girl child and they would say, well, I think France and England did that, where I think a daughter from France married a king or something like that, if I remember my history correctly. So it makes sense. This is not something new, or this is not something that we should be so yeah. But by the same token, right? You looking to marry money, like you're doing this for power. You just doing this for wealth. You're just doing this to be taken care of. You see, in those other situations, when royalties of other countries used to marry one another, it was for power. It was for solidifying power. It was for legacy. Right?
It's a business transaction.
It's a business
transaction.
Right? But a lot of people today, women today, are looking for men to give them experiences and to take care of them and to pamper them. They're not thinking about legacy. They're thinking about no. They're thinking about having the experience now. Now, if she had said, I want to know if I'm wasting my time or not, I would give you children and everything like that. I would love you and everything and whatever. But I need to know that you have a certain legacy that I get attached myself to, whether it be power, money, whatever. But she's saying she's looking for a man on her level. I never see she nor hear she before. So I don't know what legacy she got. I don't know what power she got. I don't know what clout she got. I don't know what money she got. So when you say things like this as a virtual nobody, right? Just social media clout. And you come and say, yeah, I want a man on my level. What are you saying? Right? You're not explaining yourself. You're not saying, the reason why I want to know this is because I want to make sure that I solidify a legacy for myself. And I want to know if I could build that with you. Sure, love could come afterward. In that situation, you can appreciate the honesty and you can appreciate the foresight in what she is coming with.
Here's the thing about it, Neil, right? Because, and this is why the relationships today are so, why men are saying, no, I need it no more, I can walk away from it, because it becomes transactional, it becomes, she said, and please note, she said 3 dudes that she's dated. 3 already. So how is that working for you? How is it working out for you? Right?
She has her standards and morals.
You come in straight up, yeah. How much money you make, or how much you work for, how much money you bank account or whatever, with no regard for, yeah, what kind of person are you? How do you make this money? You know, are you a person believing hard work and clean? Because yeah, you could go up. I suppose you may have money, but was into some of that Dubai action. And you have to remember bringing a camel or saying so for you to deviate, Suppose you may got money, but they take both dogs pay highway, freeway, or whatever. You know what I mean? Do you look it's a person's bank account does not speak to their character. And when you approach it like this, yeah, how much money you got, or how much money you made, immediately a man falls you under a certain bracket. Because if you come in straight asking for the money, you're either a thief or, we've spoken about it several times in the last live stream. Let's get number 34, Neil, and keep it trucking. This is the Senate Podcast, episode 246, Fan Submission Night. And the final presenter on the King's Gathering, November 19th, will be Dr. Kevin Kelman doing a presentation called Simps, Pimps, and Kings. And you do not want to miss that. It promises to be a fiery presentation. So let's get it, Neil. Let's get this next one.
Cool.
Anyone know how I can cancel my membership to the whole feminist movement? Because it's not giving what it was supposed to give, so I'm no longer interested. Even the word feminist, what is feminine about me working hard and paying bills? Back then I'm singing independent. I don't know what possessed me to be singing such nonsense. It was the work of the devil, to be wanting equal this and equal that. How the man to be doing demanding things and the woman to be doing damsel in distress. Oh, I don't know what I would do without you. Because me, I need the man. For every little thing I want to be calling my man. Because who'll be reaching the top shelf for me? Who'll be killing spiders? Fine babe like me should be coming and killing spiders. Do I look like Xena the warrior princess? Listen, I don't know who brainwashed us. I don't know who started the movement, if it was Susan B. Anthony and the suffrage rights. But I'm suffering more today than I was yesterday. So please, whoever's in charge, unsubscribe me from the list. Cancel the membership now!
No, this is obviously said tongue in cheek, but there's some truth. There is always said there's truth in comedy. Yeah. I mean, I think again, you have to know why feminism was stop certain things that were happening back in the day. Back in the day, women did not have the right to vote. Back in the day, women did not have the right to get education, to work certain jobs, to earn wages, etc., etc., etc. They were expected to just stay at home, bear children, and be at the beck and call of men. So it was painted in the advertising for feminism, right?
But here's the thing. This is what women call it for now. This one what she won't unsubscribe from feminism. The other one says she bring back the patriarchy.
Exactly. This goes back to
the streets.
It goes back to the terms. You using terms with feminism now, but you vex that you go get up on word just like me. You talk about soft girl era and this and that, but you gotta be careful.
You get what you want, but you don't want what you get. I know you want to be talking about my man. So since we talking about my man, let's get to this next lady. She saw her man on IG, her man. She saw him on IG up with another lady, and she decided that she was going to blow up the spot. Let's hear from her how this whole thing went down.
Get it in.
Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. This one came from his channel. Brilliant content creator. Check him out anytime you get the opportunity.
Give me a moment here. For some reason, this
again. King's Gathering, November 19, 6 p.m. Come out suited, booted, dressed to impress, to represent on International Men's Day. Right? So come on out to hear Timothy Marshall, Kerry Holder, Nikita Vaughn, and Dr. Kevin Kelman presenting on saving and investment, fitness and nutrition, divorce, etc. And simps, pimps, and kings, respectively. All of them will be coming and doing their presentation. After that, we're going to have an open panel discussion. So we want to hear from you, man. We want to hear you sharing your ideas, getting your thoughts, getting your feedback on certain topics, education, parenting, all those things across the board. You do not want to miss this event. The number 2 building down on the Harbor Road. So come on out. We start at 6. We want to have a good, clean, wholesome evening. Ladies, this is not exclusive to men. So if you want to come and get the information for your dad, your uncle, your brother, cousin, nephew, whomever, you can come, you can bring them. We want to see you there because men go live with women. We want to have the dialogue. We want to have the back and forth. So we want to hear from you. We want you to hear from us. The things we think about, the things we process, or how we process things, so we can start to bridge the divide, right? So November 19th, building number 2, the Harbor Road, King's Gathering, the 3rd edition thereof. Let's get this video in the air.
Thank you for the support, friend, but I promise y'all this is not gonna go the way y'all expected it to go. She beat me up, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I got beat up. This is why this eye look. Yeah. My lip busted right here too. Nails missing. Everything. Anyway. That girl turned me every way but loose, baby. Fortunately, I don't have any footage because my heart was already pounding on my chest when I got there. So I didn't record nothing. I didn't record the conversation. But somebody did, so hopefully they posted. But the girl is in jail for whooping on me, okay? They locked me up too for messing up them people establishment. But guess who bailed me out? To my man. Thank you to my man. So yes, he's here while Miss Baldhead is at the county building at her arraignment hearing. And girl, I know you baldhead because I still got your wig. We brought it back home. So, you know, don't worry. I'm sure he'll return it later when you get released, whenever that is, because I'm pressing charges. And I know y'all gonna say, oh, why are you still with him? Why did you take him back? Know your worth. Baby, just for clarification, this is my ex. Okay. We ain't been in a relationship for real in years. But he my man in my head, so same thing. But he love me for real, so. And he here. Why you in there? Moral of the story is I got my man back. A win is a win. A win is a win. Thank you.
So a girlfriend went to bracket the people dead. The girl beat she, both of them get locked up. And her man bailed her out. Right?
Listen. No. You. Hey, enough for you. You try to tell me that the man went on. This man is not with this woman that get beat up. He went on a date. The woman saying, nah, I ain't working with that. She come. I said, nah, you can't have my man. That is not hers.
Yeah,
she had a game break up. Woman get locked up. She get washed. And she talk about, yeah, my man, joke on you. We wasn't there. But and he in the background laughing. That's way here.
No, I think that's her child. That's laughing at her. Yes. That's not it. But because these ladies who they are and take thought is what it is, she provided us with an update of the situation. Shout out to O'Shea Jackson one more time. Let's hear what she had to say this time around.
Well, let she hear. Derek, man. No. This is too much. This is too much. Enough is sufficient. Enough is sufficient. Minute is let me get because this start you're closing up with a bite.
I am.
Right, let's go. 3, 2.
Update for everybody so invested in the story, whatever. And no, I'm not crying. I'm allergic to reality. Homegirl out of jail. So apparently she's seen all my TikToks, which is fine. I'm not worried at all. I know y'all been waiting for her to run me my fade, but that's not gonna happen unless she wants to go back to the slammer. I definitely pressed charges. I wasn't playing about that. I don't care. Ever since she got out, I ain't seen that man since, baby. Y'all was right, okay? Never said y'all was wrong. Y'all said I was nutty, and these are facts. It's been a wild ride for like 8 years. So I'm not new to this. I'm true to this, okay? I've been a dummy for a long time. Soul ties are a mother. I definitely already knew what to expect. I didn't expect anything less from him. It is what it is. You know, being called stupid from your friends, and you know, it's very easy to dismiss. You feel me? But being called stupid by millions of people on the internet, it hit a little different. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna try something new. But it ain't new, because I've done it before. But we gonna be serious about it. I done blocked him on everything, except for Cash App. I understand this is toxic, and I did go talk to the lady. So that's what we gonna do. But I hope y'all happy.
Yeah, they're not advice to getting there. Toxic, everybody they're toxic. And then yeah, we could move on swiftly.
Yes.
If you have anything to say.
I don't. Well, yeah, just ladies leave out certain types of situations that are not beneficial. Because of the lateness of the hour, Neil, we're going to close out with this one. Folks, again, please remember the King's Gathering, number 32, Neil, right? King's Gathering, 32. November 19th, International Men's Day. We don't want you to miss it. Come on out, support it, be a part of it. Come out dressed to impress. Suited and booted, as I said several times over. We got Timothy Marshall, saving and investing for the Barbadian man. Kerry Holder, fitness and nutrition for the Barbadian man. Nikita Vaughn, divorce, maintenance, etc. for the Barbadian man. And Sips, Pimps, and Kings with Dr. Kevin Kelman. You don't want to miss those impactful presentations. And we're going to have an open panel discussion after the presentations, so you can get to share your views. Here are the views in Century. So I wanted to say building number 2, Harbor Road, start at 6 p.m. and we try our best to start on time. So we don't want to keep you there too long. International Men's Day is going to be awesome. Neil and I, we do not make up the rules. We just make sure you know what they are. You can ignore reality all you want. And again, we present a lot of reality when the night comes. You can ignore reality all you want. You cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. Be the best version of you for you. We can see you guys again soon. So let's run this very last video. And this guy, I think it's a priest or something like that, a pastor, and he's delivering this message about a lady who wrote in to a column seeking some advice. Let's hear what she wrote.
Get it?
Did you enjoy this video? Kindly subscribe for more videos.
Hard truth about women's looks and men marrying them.
A young and pretty lady posted this on a popular forum. What should I do to marry a rich guy? I'm going to be honest of what I'm going to say here. This was in the paper. I'm 25 this year. I'm very pretty, have style and good taste. I wish to marry a guy with $500,000 annual salary or above. You might say that I'm greedy, but an annual salary of $1 million is considered only middle class in New York. My requirement is not high. Is there anyone in this forum who has income of $500,000 annual? Are you all married? I wanted to ask, what should I do to marry a rich person like you? Among those I've dated, the richest is $250,000 annual, and it seems that this is my upper limit. If anyone is going to move into a high-cost residential area on the west of New York City Garden, $250,000 annual income is simply not enough. I'm here humbly to ask a few questions. Where do most rich bachelors hang out? Please list down the names and addresses of bars, restaurants, and gyms. What age group should I target? What are most wives of the rich? Why are most wives of the rich only average looking? I have met a few women who don't have looks and are not interesting, but they are able to marry rich guys. How do you decide who can be your wife and who can only be your girlfriend? My target is to get married. Signed, Miss Pretty. This was actually in a paper in New York, and the CEO of J.P. Morgan responded, "Dear Miss Pretty, I have read your post with great interest. Guess there are lots of girls out there who have similar questions like yours. Please allow me to analyze your situation as a professional investor. My annual income is more than $500,000, which meets your requirements, so I hope everyone believes that I'm not wasting time here. From the standpoint of a business person, it is a bad decision to marry you. The answer is very simple, so let me explain. Put the details aside. What you're trying to do is an exchange of beauty and money. Person A provides beauty, person B pays for it. Fair and square. However, there is a deadly problem here. Your beauty will fade. But my money will not be gone without a good reason. The fact is, my income might increase from year to year, but you can't be prettier year after year. Hence, from my viewpoint of economics, I am an appreciating item and you are a depreciating asset. And it's not just normal depreciation, but exponential depreciation. If that is your only asset, your value will be much worse 10 years later. By the terms we use in Wall Street, every trading has a position. Dating with you is also a trading position. If the trade value drops, we will sell it, and it is not a good idea to keep it for long term. Same goes with the marriage you wanted. It might be cruel to say this, but in order to make a wiser decision, any asset with greater depreciation value will be sold or leased. Anyone with over $500,000 annual income is not a fool. We would only date you but not marry you. I would advise that you forget looking for any clues to marry a rich guy. And by the way, you could make yourself to become a rich person with you could make yourself to become a rich person with $500,000 annual income. This has a better chance than finding a rich fool. Signed, J.P. Morgan, CEO.
Laters.